What's going on? This is Shango, motherfucking Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. All right. Hope y'all are well. I'm making a very quick video because links were sent out to all ritual participants for our new Major Money Mojo, the Rapid Cash Stimulus Ritual, Major Money Mojo. What's up, Boda? Happy post birthday. I'm sure we're recovering a little bit. Links for like I said, there's a live Q&A for ritual participants only. Okay, for tomorrow. There was a mistake when sending it out. First of all, let me tell you what happened. So I signed up for Zoom just to do this. I've never done a Zoom meeting with like multiple people, right? So Latoya Adams, what's up? Glad you're here. I wanted you guys to hear this. If not, I'm going to definitely post this video and also create a post for it, because for all ritual participants, this is basically for all ritual participants, because there was some confusion concerning the links for the live Q&A on Zoom. So I signed up for Zoom. I wanted to make the link. It was Borda's birthday yesterday, so we was like out of town and we was doing our thing. Adela Mackey, glad you're here, because you need to hear this too. Well, you already signed up, but this is what happened. I signed up for Zoom. Come to find out, when I signed up for Zoom, it says you can't have a meeting longer than 45 minutes with 3 or more participants on your particular plan. So I go to upgrade, and for whatever reason, it won't let me. I upgraded my phone. I restarted my phone. I did all this shit. I thought maybe there was something going on with that. For whatever reason, it's not letting me upgrade. If it upgrades, which I'm going to be trying to do as soon as I get back, I got to go take care of some business in a minute. But when I get back, I'm going to try and upgrade it. So that way, there were 2 links set out. One from 7 to 7:45. The other from like 7:50 to 8:30, which is almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But I had to break it up because 45 minutes is not going to be long enough. I just already know we're going to get in the flow. We're going to get some good conversations, good questions, a lot of good things. And so that's why. And then when I made one of the other links, I accidentally put it for the wrong day. So I sent the link out. Then I went back to that meeting and changed the day for tomorrow. So just so you know, Peace Wise Fox, welcome. Just so you guys know, I wanted to just clarify. If I can't get this straightened out, there's going to have to be 2 links. So the meeting's going to conclude after 45 minutes, and then you just click the other link. We'll be back in action. But if I can get this shit upgraded like I want to, then we're not going to have to worry about that. I'll just send out a whole new list of links, and I do apologize for it to be late, but we've been getting a lot of questions about that. Aaron Velasquez, salute. So the live Q&A is tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th at 7 p.m. our time, Pacific Standard Time. So when you see these links, that's what time it is. So I know I think I made a mistake one time because I made a mistake with the day on the second link. But as of right now, there are 2 links because they're each only 45 minutes. So I wanted to be sure to at least have about 2 hours with y'all. So like I said, give y'all exclusive access to me. So any other questions you guys have, about, and plus I can game you up even better. So that way it's like you're virtually guaranteed, when you get your guap ghost, which is going to already have instructions, and I'm going to take care of you fully for that. There's going to be no questions left about that. You'll know exactly what to do. All you got to do is just follow through, and you'll see for yourself. Christina Real Life. It's been a long time, Christina Real Life. Where you been? Where you been? So yeah, I wanted to make this video because I had to clear this up. So I'm going to end up probably posting this video as a post on YouTube as well, because I just want all ritual participants to be able to know. I wanted to clear out any confusion about the live Q&A, which is also included with this ritual if you're a ritual participant. Okay, if you want to own your own guap ghost. Life, yeah, I get it. That's cool. So if you want to, There's about 48 hours left. If I was you, we already have um, a good little roster so far. I'm happy with all the participants right now. For any of you latecomers, I would jump in on this if and only if you are interested in owning your very own guap ghost. That's right, an entity which will go out and get you money. I know it sounds crazy, but we can create our own entities, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And it's called Major Money Mojo because it will happen to be housed in a mojo, But it is actually, this whole process has been showing me, taking me places that I've never been, as far as usually when I'd make entities, I would make them for myself, obviously, of course, or I'd help others make them. We're breaking new ground here. So we're going to get groundbreaking new results for all ritual participants. And I feel this, like I said, this is like one of my favorite forms of magic. What's up, Carmen Webb? So if you can get in on this, I would say get in on it. Definitely. But I wanted to, the ritual also does come with a live Q&A. It's a very private one just for me, with me and all ritual participants, where we can discuss this and any other questions that may arise or whatever. I'll be right there. We can hash it out. We can talk it out. You know what I'm saying? We can get to the bottom of things. So it's going to be gravy all the way around. Okay. So how's everybody doing? I just really had to make this video before I left, though. I didn't want to leave this, I didn't want to leave this shit unspoken, so the live Q&A will be going down tomorrow, 7 p.m. on Zoom for all ritual participants only. So if you're a ritual participant and you're available, then here we go. And any other ritual participants afterwards will receive a recording of the video. So I want to make sure also, I've been trying to upgrade so that way this isn't a problem. So I'll let you know how that goes. I didn't want to go jumping around to some other platform. I was just like, I'll just use Zoom. I said it was going to be Zoom, so I'll just stick with Zoom. It's not too bad as far as the upgrades go. They're very decent. So we should be able to get this thing going. So I'm going to be required to fix it, So thank you all who came in and licked on the like. She likes that. Cracking all the way back to Shangorian Way. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And of course, if we forgot to mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. So what is going on? Also wanted to say thank you so much to our resident J-Lo. We got the cards. I'm going to be doing some readings soon with the cards. So with the cards that you said, she sent us a couple decks of cards and shit. So I'm excited to welcome them into the family, Let me see what else we got. Yeah, I knew there was confusion, Adele. That's the only reason why. And I didn't want to wait until I figured it out to send out the links because it was already Tuesday, and I'm like, I got to get these links out. So I couldn't get it to upgrade. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just make 2 different meetings back to back. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I would prefer that once we get in there, you don't have to do nothing. But I'm going to get this shit straight one way or another. So more than likely, though, Adela, because I know, I don't know if people are waiting till the actual day to go, because we have a fair amount of participants already. We emailed everybody. I believe Adela is the only one to have actually signed her link thing or whatever. That's my technology speak. All right. But more than likely, we may end up having to, I want the Q&A to be seamless. I don't want to have to end it at 45 minutes and then y'all have to sign back in and shit. That's a pain in the ass. As mentioned, I've never done this before. I've only worked on Zoom one time with one client. I have weekly Zoom meetings. Okay, yeah. I know a lot of you do have a situation like that where you got your own, it's a Zoom culture now, basically. So I don't know because I don't usually use Zoom, but I'm figuring this shit out, and I've never done a meeting before. So this is actually kind of new for me. And yes, there are some classes and shit coming where we're all going to be together, the workshops and things like that. So I figured you might as well start getting to, I love Zoom calls. I have to do it all the time for appointments. Got you. Okay. Yeah, so I'm figuring it out more than likely. Just so you know, if you're watching this, we're going to end up probably sending out a new link, and I'm going to cancel these other two 45-minute meetings. So that way we have our time. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be uninterrupted because I know we're going to get in the flow. I just know it. Yeah, I was going to say, B Ray, thank everybody because, everybody's been wishing you. Make sure you go on Facebook. Thank everybody, YouTube, thank everybody. I just got your notification of your live while in the live. Yeah, well. All right. So Adela, thank you. I'm going to figure this shit out. Like I said, I really want this to be seamless. I want you guys to get the most out of it. I look forward to sharing some time with you guys and we can discuss this magical shit for your purposes, for your results, and whatever else we need to discuss, any other questions about the ritual and all that. I'm going to actually be very thorough with this ritual. The aftercare is going to be on some A1 shit. Like, I'm not going to leave nothing to chance for you. I'm going over the line with it. Like, I'm going to really take care of y'all. Trust and believe. I'm like mad excited about this. I love doing this shit. It actually has reinvigorated me about it. Good. I'm glad. So I think I might be good. That's the other thing I was going to say too, is make sure to get your questions ready and also have some form. I mean, you'll have a I guess when you upgrade, hey Adela, you can record this shit, right? And download it. I'm asking you since you're the one who knows the most because I don't want no surprises with this shit. Okay, cool. Good. Good. So besides the recording though, but yeah, make sure you have like a pen and a paper so that way in case you're thinking of questions, you can write that shit down. But I'm very excited about this, man. Y'all make it like I've never conducted meetings though. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So yeah, but like I said, this is something that I plan on using anyway. So it just makes more sense. Like, I'll just dive in it. We'll figure it out. There may be some bugs. There may be a bug or two or whatever, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it squared away though. Well, my whole thing is just that I'm able to deliver whatever you guys need, pre-ritual, so that way when you go into this ritual, you know what to expect. You can get excited because your guap ghost will be on the way, So, and I'm just excited about this shit. I'm getting ready. I got a lot of work tonight to do it. Like, I got prep to do today, tomorrow, even Friday. So you got about 48 hours left to get in this if you are interested, okay? And don't worry, I'm gonna make another Spielberg video about the last 48 hours and shit. But make sure you get in there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get in there. All right, but you know what? I think I'm gonna cut it. I will be back, probably not live, but I'm gonna drop something else tomorrow. Tonight, in regards to the ritual and stuff like that. But definitely for all ritual participants, I had to say this because there's a lot of confusion. And like I said, we've been getting a lot of questions about it. So I figured I'd just make a video, let you know what happened, let you know why 2 links were sent out. And if I can rectify the problem, then we're going to have to send out another link. That way we can do our 2 hours and be straight and not have to worry about nothing, So that's my preference. So I do apologize for any, Gerald Washington, what's up? I do apologize for any inconvenience, So we're gonna keep it moving and we're gonna get this shit correct. You know what I'll probably end up doing? I'll probably end up trying to do the Zoom thing or try to do the plan, upgrade my plan, I'll try and do that through the desktop. Because for whatever reason, it just was not letting me do it on the cell phone. I don't understand why. I'm like, y'all are turning down money? Okay. Love Naka. What's going on? Talk to me. What's up, Mr. Washington? How you doing? While I got y'all here before I dip, let me just at least say my hellos before I say my goodbyes, See what's going on with everybody. Conjure Boy Dre, you ain't killed nobody yet, right? What's going on? I was just making some announcements in regards to our upcoming ritual for ritual participants, those who already signed up. I'm doing great. Oh, we doing great. We doing excellent. Thank you, Mr. Washington. We appreciate you. Yeah. Real spill. Real spill, like they do in the news, how they're like, in other news today. Okay, good. I'm glad. You might want to bind them up if it's that serious. Sometimes we do also got to look, is it that serious or am I contributing to it? Because you probably got maybe I don't want to say probably, but in my case, it would be like, okay, is this also my temper making things, to the point where stop apologizing. Yeah. Well, we like to be professional. You know what I'm saying? So things happen, but we're going to get it straight. But I appreciate you there. Mr. James, it's always your temper. Yeah, nah. Don't be giving away my secrets. Yeah. I don't want to see nothing happen to Deacon Cook. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure he good. Sometimes it's best just to be like, you know what I'm saying? I always think I've always been the kind to think 10 steps ahead. If I snuff this motherfucker right now, right here, you know what I'm saying? What could be this, And then there's always different scenarios that run through your mind. Like, well, what if I'm out with my seat? I just like to minimize collateral damage. That's all. I like to make sure the damage is where it's supposed to be. You don't want to be somewhere out with your, your nephew or your son or your daughter. It's just you and them, and then they catch you. Yeah, it's just strategy. And I don't know the environment that Deacon Cook is over there in, because it might be somewhere where you always run into everybody. You go to the store, you're gonna run into them. You go to the gas station, you're gonna run into them. So you want to kind of consider these things, unless you can just straight up eradicate them. And then sometimes that ain't the answer. But I don't know. Oh, hey, what's going on, Miss Jordan? You ain't missing nothing. I just had to make some announcements in regards to the live Q&A for ritual participants tomorrow, because there was some trouble with the Zoom, some little complications. So we were getting a lot of questions. I thought I'd just make a quick video. It's an excuse to go live, see how y'all doing, talk to you, see how everything's been. Anybody here from Texas? Or anywhere where it's like snowed the fuck out, the whole fake snow thing. No, I'm not doing no cars today, Carmen. Yeah, I'm actually about to dip. I got to take care of some business real quick and then come back, Gerald Washington, okay. I heard it's like summer weather over there right now, Gerald. Thankfully, the snow has melted in Chicago. Good, Wise Fox. I'm glad for that. I'm an overthinker, so got to watch my back, but be paranoid because I don't trust these. Yeah, I understand that. Wow. Talk about some bipolar weather. Yeah, that's crazy. And Texas really hardly ever gets snow, am I correct? Or if they do, it's like very, very, it's mostly rain and like hurricane shit, right? It's hardly ever snow like this, right? Or like it was, I should say. I'm not sure about the weather, but it doesn't look like it would be a place that gets fucking snow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, this harvest is something else, man. It's like sprinkles. Mm, yeah, yeah. That's the consensus that I hear, Mr. Washington, is like, yo, we ain't never seen no shit like this before. We got to get calling all avatars, you know what I'm saying? Start controlling this motherfucking weather, you know? Bust they shit out before they shit gets a chance to bust us out. No, they never get snow like that. Oh, okay. It's crazy, and I hate that for them. Yeah. J Lo wanted to tell you thank you. I don't know if you've seen this. We mentioned you earlier, but thank you so much. She gifted us some playing cards, and so we're when we do some ratings, we're gonna be pulling out the new shit. So we want to say thank you very much. We appreciate that from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna water bend the snow. That's what I'm talking about. You know, don't be like that pastor though. Remember, I think it was in Texas, and the pastor was like, he was like, it was like a drought, and he goes out and they pray for rain, and the next thing you know, it fucking flooded. You know what I'm saying? Bend it responsibly. You know, bend it wisely. How many of y'all be practicing like bursting clouds and shit? Question: if you were going to destroy a person who was coming for, I don't understand the question. If you were to destroy coming for what you? So yeah. Did anybody get that? Okay. Yeah. I'm not on that level yet, but getting there. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you know, it always starts with cloud, well, you can start with cloud busting and do different things and shit. I was doing that for a little bit just for the hell of it. Like, I wasn't necessarily trying to be the magi who controls the weather or does whatever. I do know this. There's been times where it's been storming and it's supposed to continue to storm, and I say, you know what? I need a day of some sun. So I might like, like Bobby Hemmett said, I might tell Oya, bitch, we need some sun tomorrow. Okay, I need you to fall back. You know, but I've done like different shit like that, and next thing you know, sun. So I mean, Kevin Nelson, what is the best moon phase to do an uncrossing? More than likely, Mr. Nelson, if you're gonna go by moon phases, you want to, if you're going to go with moon phases, I would go on a waning moon when the moon is going away. You know, that's a good time to uncross yourself, because you're basically symbolically, it's like along with the moon going away, so is that bullshit that's on you, it's getting taken away also, you know. Conjure Boy Dre, if I already have demons out here working for me about my neighbors, is my paranoia gonna mess it up or slow it down? Um, that's a real good question. When working with demons, is my opinion, based on experience, that, and I know I understand where you're coming from with the question, but based on my experience, you got to be steadfast as best as you can, you know. Now, it's, I won't say that it'll mess it up, but it could mess shit up for you just personally, of course, you know, like, and then again, it's like a question of, is it really paranoia, or is it possibly your intuition saying, hey man, like, the meter's running high, it's like something's in the air, something could potentially, you know, happen or whatever. But I won't say it'll mess it up, but demons respect power. So if you're over here scared and afraid, like, how do you think it may look to them, you know, as far as the demons that you're working with, you know? So just like you want to be like, it's not about being like super alpha and like overpowering them, but it's like peer to peer, like, hey, yo, I know you got hands and I got hands, with respect. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Boom. So I would think more along them lines. Plus, if you're paranoid, what is that saying about the way that you feel about your work? You know, these are just things to think about. I can't answer these things, those parts of it for you, but does that make sense to you? If you're going to destroy a person coming for your partner, what would be the fastest way? Uh, that really all depends, James. I wish there was just a black and white answer. That question presupposes that there is just a fastest way. Of course, the fastest way would be to get a gun. You know what I'm saying? But that would all depend. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? Let's say I really fuck with planetary magic. I get great results, fast results with planetary magic. But it just may not gel with you. It may not be something that you are even remotely interested in. So what may work fast for me may not work for you. Does that make sense? Who else on YouTube would you say watch their card reads? They have a gift of cardomancy as well. Who else on YouTube would you say watch their card reads? They have the gift of cardomancy as well. To be honest with you, Mr. Velasquez, I really don't watch anybody else. Damn, James, you going nuts. Thank you. For you, James, I would say, see, there's different ways to do it. I'm sorry, Aaron, I'll get right back to you. Let me get to James, though, back on that. I don't want to leave it just like that for you. I want to give you like some suggestions, actually. There is working with a demon or entity to do your work, right? To get rid of them. There is, for example, if you took more of a hoodoo approach, there's just the actual energy that you cipher into the particular spell or ritual to do the work, right? There is creating some form of your own entity to go do that shit. There is once again, there's like planetary magic. There's like so many different ways. Depending on if you say destroy, does this person coming for your partner need to be destroyed, or do they just need to be bound? I mean, I understand the heavy hand approach though, because sometimes I don't like to leave nothing to chance, if at all possible. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it's like if I talk to you, then I would be able to say, hey, well, you may want to try this, you may want to try that. I mean, I almost laid somebody low with a brown bottle, so I didn't call on those spirits. I didn't, no other thing. It was more of just my own, I imagined like a bunch of dark energy, and I just like imagined that energy starting to go into what I need. So I'm like not using my own energy, but I'm conducting and I'm guiding that energy to go do what I needed to do. Okay, but Aaron Velasquez, as far as just other readers, I would say the only one that comes to mind that I can think of at this moment that I know for a fact is a very good reader. There's another one I know who's an actual really good reader. She was playing cards, but she don't have videos. So I mean, would be Crystal Williams. She has a channel, I believe, called Triple Goddess Network. Like she's a very good reader. She's a very good reader. I think it's the wax. Yes, Wise Fox, you are correct. The moon is getting fatter and fatter. He brought the person to our business. Well, one thing you can do that's very simple is you just put them on ice, freeze them up, freeze them out of your shit, or freeze them from doing anything. I don't know. Have they done anything already? Is this threat like actual physical, like almost life-threatening threat, or is it just a threat to y'all's relationship? I don't understand the nature of the threat, but you could do that. You could do a binding knot spell with like string. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. You could put the ops in a box and bury them. There's a lot of different things. Yeah, they don't like scared or nervous people. They'll think you're goofy and won't work with you. That would be the main danger, I would say, Wise Fox. In regards to Deacon Cook's question, you don't want to come up. That's like if you going up to some gangsters and like you show fear, just like in the wild, they can smell fear on you. Like on the streets, they can smell fear on you. These demons can smell fear on you. You know, so it. What service may I purchase? Bound. James, we actually do have a service for that for people who are under attack, whether it's by an individual, organization, or whatever. It's called Ops in a Box, which is on my site. You can just go check that out if you're interested in that. This whole situation in this I'm in is outside of the neighbors because I also live in a house with a motherfucker. Me and fam just gotta leave this neighborhood. Can your enemy reverse a wait? Okay. Can your enemy reverse a return to sender spell back to you after they were the one who initially sent it? So in other words, can you be playing tennis? I would have to say yes on that. More than likely, though, they're just going to launch different, more variable of attacks. If that's what the case was, I don't know why they'd spend on just one thing. If it was me, I'd do the one thing. Of course, you'd have your protection and you'd be fortified as fuck, right? There's also ways to cover your tracks. But if you are obviously already know that person is throwing at you, I don't think they'd be. I mean, they can. It is possible. I'm just saying, more than likely, they're going to end up, you know, shooting other shots, shooting different shots at you. Yeah. About entity, Love Naka asks, about entity creation. Can you create an entity for a specific reason, like helping me academically with exams or university acceptance, or does it? No, you are absolutely, that's fucking spot on. Yes, you can. You can have an entity that has a short lifespan for one particular purpose. You can have an entity, for example, I got one for particular ass whooping shit I have to do. When he's not in use, I make him dormant. So that way I don't have to keep creating entities. You know what I'm saying? But you can have one for that, like a perfect goal like that, especially like if you have a specific goal and underneath that specific goal, like for example, I want to pass this semester with a 4.0, right? This entity also helps me to concentrate and focus, other little things which obviously will contribute to the main thing. But as soon as I hit that 4.0 goal at the end of the semester, I can put in instructions where it'll dissipate after that. You know, some entities are just for one specific purpose and one specific purpose only. Other ones are more ongoing and they can be used for years. Others you use only here and there, so you sleep them when you're not using them, you know? Every time I've done a freezer spell, it worked. Yeah. My advice, do not add vinegar if you want to stay cordial. I'll give you a tip on that too. As far as if you're going to freeze somebody, I like to use my piss, you know? I'll put my piss in that shit and maybe even some hot peppers if I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? So my piss is the dominating type of thing, you know. I'm the alpha on this shit, the omega, and you know, this is what it is. Like a dog, like a major, huge fucking black dog with red eyes just lifts his leg and pisses on you. You know what I'm saying? But freeze them out. But there's a whole lot of different shit variables you could do with that. But the simplest, obviously, is you just throw them in a little plastic bottle, them little baby drinking bottles, you know, or the no, they got the little mini bottles of water. You just put them up there, write your statement of intent, tie it up, throw it in there, throw it in the fridge. They're done. Or they at least will be froze out from you. Also pray Psalms 91. That can work. Guitarra suave. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you. Well, there you go. Smart woman. Aaron Velasquez, business-minded entity. Absolutely. Entities can, like I said, be made for laser-focused intentions, something extremely specific. It could be also for something broad. You can make an entity for your own personality. Let's say you don't like something about yourself. It can help you with that. Maybe you want to enhance a certain personality trait with you. You can make one just for that, you know? Shimano 5 line, peace. Yes, Diane, the Psalms are so powerful. I've had a lot of good, wise fun. I had a lot of good, I always seem to have a lot of good results with Psalms. It's very simple. They're very, very simple, but they're very powerful. I have ideas for academic success entity and made a backstory for them like a character. That's exactly what you do. And name them. I just wanted to know if I could even create one with that purpose. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You absolutely can. You're only limited by your imagination. You're only limited by your imagination. You know? That's what I'm saying, because it really is fun with these entities. I'm telling you. Conjure Boy, Dre. Yes, me too. But having to wait has made me better at my magic. You know what how I take that, Wise Fox? That's a good statement too. I like that. You said, but having to wait has made me better at my magic. You know what it is? It's not even that you're waiting, you're patient. And there's a difference between being patient and waiting. And some clients just don't understand that. You can try and fool me and say, oh yeah, well, I let it go. It's still not happening, no, or it hasn't moved as fast as I wanted it to, or in the way that I'm like, look, cosmically divine, what's popping? Well, because this year is going to be my year, academically, financially. There you go. And we're here for it all. Yeah. So that's the way when I read Wise Fox's comment, that's what I took from it. Like, besides working your magic muscles, you worked your patience muscles, which are essential in magic. If you're constantly checking on anything, then you ain't let it go, you know? I'm going to tell you, magic is not an arena that doubt can live in. These two are like literally diametrically opposed. There are ways to use them kind of together, but not really too many. You know, if I ever found myself doubting something, I would say, hold on. What's the worst that can happen if, let's say, my shit just did not work on this one? What is the worst that can happen from there? And then it's like I kind of project to there and I'm like, could I live with that? And I'm like, yeah, because then I can do this, I could do that. You know, I could find another way to whatever, right? So what I ended up doing actually though was I found a way for me to release my motherfucking attachment, because that's what's making me think about all this shit. I like to spray holy water with John the Conqueror on me too. Yeah, that's a good one. You know, because that's really what it comes down to, man. Like, you can't be magical and be holding on to that shit. It's not conducive. It's not going to work. You're still keeping it in this realm of, and then, in your mind's, your ego mind, how it should work and it should happen within this time and all that. Like, you got to just let go of all that shit. You really do. I be patient and impatient at the same damn time. Yeah. But really, with that, like, those two really cannot exist at the same time. They really can't. You're either being one or the other, you know? And the best way to make sure that your magic goes through, you send it out into the quantum, and then from the quantum, it comes back to the scene. And it can't go to the quantum if you're fucking holding on to it. It doesn't matter how bad you want to see that motherfucker smeared on the sidewalk, or how bad you want to see the lover come back, or how bad you want to see some of that money come through. As long as you're still thinking about it, and really, truthfully, honestly, it's probably not just thinking about it. There's a little hint of that lust going on. Like, damn. Yeah, I would always say definitely, hey, Picasso's Mistress Tarot. I would always say also too that those type of things also help for your programming though too. Yes, you're putting protective oil on. You're protecting your aura, which is going to translate into your physical reality, of course. But it's also an exercise in trust. You're trusting in your magic. You know what I'm saying? You're trusting in your shit. Now, that's not to say to put protection oil on or wear certain talismans and go walking through certain neighborhoods at certain times of night. Like, there is a place for common sense. Like, but if you had to go through these places, let's just say car broke down, you're in a neighborhood that you ain't supposed to be in, but you're talismaned up, your shit's fortified, you will more than likely, if you trust in your magic, you will find some hole. Like, for whatever reason, niggas just ain't out, or they just don't seem to see you, or whatever, but you're able to get your ass out of there. Hey, Neff, what's up? I'm getting better. The left-hand path has been calling me for so long. Well, yeah. Yeah, but you want to make sure that you stay in pocket also. Good. Glad to hear that. You want to make sure you stay in pocket. I mean, if you have to do something, then yeah, make sure you're at least fortified. You want all, you want to hedge all your bets, all right? Yeah, my helm of awe is great, but I'm not going to walk through fire. Right. I mean, that's not to say you can't. If it really came down to it, I just have that type of mind. I just don't believe anything is impossible. It may be impossible for us to imagine it. It may be impossible for us to fathom it. And that's probably why it remains, quote unquote, impossible. I ain't trying to go to jail. Yeah, I don't think that's a place for you, bro. Especially right now. No, with all this bullshit going on, I'm trying to get back into practicing magic because I've been an eyewitness to the effects of something from my great aunt. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. You'll see it, Once you start working it and walking it, you're going to see it. Some of us have we have little incidences, and from that incidences, it was like a tear in the veil, tear of the veil. You're able to see through something happened. You seen something, you experienced something that you just could not explain, But as long as we start making our own miracles, that's when it starts. Makes me think of the song Santeria by Sublime. Yeah, you want to make sure that you want to make sure that to me, is a lot of it is also about like tearing down, is just being able to pierce through the veil. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know there's certain laws in this dimension. There's certain things. Consensually, we all agree that there's this thing called gravity, and we are, but Has there been people who have, like, you know, broken that law? It's not that they broke it, they just know, they understand it from a different perspective, you know? It's like they say a miracle is, we just slap that title miracle on something because we don't understand how the fuck it happened. But there was a process that happened which facilitated that. We just don't understand it, or most of us don't. Come on with the miracles, Cletus. Yeah. Yeah, so, but it really all is, it really, there's almost no such thing as a miracle. It's just that's our title for it, you know. But there's these little, it's almost like legal loopholes and shit. You know, you can't do that. It's like, oh, yes, I can. And if you knew the laws and the little loopholes, and you could like fuck with it. Sometimes you just prepare for the best and hope for the best. What's the worst possible failure? What's the best possible outcome? If you wanted a million but got 100,000, you're still richer. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of it does come down to, perspective. We get in these little fixed ways of thinking, these little boxes. I call them, it's like a little box. You're in your little box. And magic is a lot of this shit that's outside of your box. And we're trying to do magic from inside this little box, you know? And we want to fit all this magic shit in this box, you know? She was just on here a second ago. I don't know where the hell she's at right now. She's not actually here. She had to go take care of some things. I told her I'm going live, so be sure you stop in. There she is. She's like, oh, I'm here. Yeah. Do you think astrology is the best way to find your life path? See, you're gonna get me in trouble, Mr. Nelson. My personal opinion on astrology. Astrology rules your humanity, okay? But if you know who you are and what you really are, there is that aspect of you that is above and beyond all this astrological shit. Does it matter? Does it help? Can it help? Can it, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can maybe find out things about, I'm not an astrology expert by any means either, but I hear people always bitching and complaining about Mercury retrogrades, and I'm like, look, at what point in time are you going to be a fucking god and stop bitching and complaining about Mercury retrogrades? I thought you was a god. Then you turn around and you're like, I'm this and I'm that. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I'm all the signs, just like you are. But I'm like, you're over here getting ruled, bitched by a Mercury retrograde? What's up? Thought you was a god. But I don't know. Maybe you that kind of god. I don't fucking know. I can't speak for other people, but I think it can help you to understand why you came here, or certain elements of why you came here. I don't think it can do everything. It's not going to reveal your whole, But then again, like I said, what the fuck do I know? Because I'm not an astrology expert. But I know it definitely has its place. My thing is just keep it in its place. If you want to look at what may be going on, like with human, I can see like when Mercury retrogrades, you want to be more aware of just other people, because the humanities are affected by that shit tremendously. Yes, we may experience certain little things or whatever, but it's kind of like, I don't know if this analogy is even good or not, but it's like, I'm planning to go out, I'm planning to have a picnic, but I know it's going to rain, right? I'm looking at the astrology of things. I know it's going to rain. So I'm going to have a nice little fucking plastic tent set up where everybody's going to be in and have some portable heaters, and we're going to be fine. We still going to do what we're going to do. We're just going to have to maybe change or alter the way we do, or maybe go with the current of what's happening, you know, but my overall thing is that, you're a fucking God. You're actually beyond a God. That's just a title. But you rule this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are rules and regulations. I'm not, that's like saying, oh, well, you're a God. You should be able to walk off this building and fly. You know, if you could get your belief system totally on your side, I do believe you may be able to manipulate that as others have. But if your belief system is not there yet, don't do it. They're going to be scraping you off the sidewalk. Respect your current belief system, even though you're going to change it. But I don't know I hope that answered your question. I kind of went elsewhere with it. Do you believe that certain words people use is used to downplay the authenticity of magic and ancient rituals? Certain words people use. Yeah, I think the whole thing with languages is it gets deep, man. Like, I look at language as kind of like an operating system. And whose operating system do we have? One might say our oppressor's operating system. So everything within this operating system is more for their benefit. But in some ways, I would have to say yeah to that question, as far as in my opinion. Language is the way they hide shit. It's fascinating with etymology and all this, the way they hide shit in certain words, and the way they have us using certain words that actually mean something else. But then that begs the question, like, well, is there some inherent meaning in this word, or are we the ones who gave this meaning, so now we're using it to mean this? Does it change it? These are all questions that, like, I'd be like, to quote Arsenio Hall, things that make you go, fascinating. Before, I was too nervous about doing spells. Now I have the confidence that something will pop off no matter what. I look at the spells as a booster. There you go. You're in charge of your life. It's what you make of it. Yes. Mercury retrograde whips me into shape. We got all the signs in us. Very true. Yeah, I swear. That's why I stopped following them damn retrogrades. I mean, there's like kind of knowing what the weather's going to be tomorrow, but then there's like obsessing about it, making that a god over you. That's where I have a problem with it. Because people, it's like any reason to be a fucking scared little bitch, they're going to be a scared little bitch. And to them, I say, have your scared bitchness. Eat it, drink it, breathe it, enjoy it. I choose something different. So, the more you use your brain, more than 10%, the more you'll witness how powerful. Miriam Kattendig, God bless you too. Like tongues. I don't know about that. Astrology is ground floor to start. Numbers, planets, stories, energies. Thank you for that, Shimano 5. That's, yeah. Some are masters of it, and that's on them. Is it for you, though? Do you like it? Try it. You're your own teacher and student. Like calling it miracles and coincidences. Oh, yeah. Now I get what you're saying, Guitarra. Yeah, like that's, well, we're taught, like, the highest, for us, our magical mind is like, and there is no cap on that. I mean, even their own, Albert Einstein said that, hey, imagination is more powerful than knowledge, yo. But this Western world, even though they're God, Albert Einstein said that, it's still, the logic is like the cap, the ceiling, and it's kind of like pumped out in everything. It's, So that's a part of the matrix, your matrix, my matrix. It's a part of our veils, our own personal veils. In your opinion, which is better, subliminals or hypnosis? I don't think either one is better. I think they can actually both be used. You know what I'm saying? They can actually both be used. They both have their strengths and they have their minuses. You know, hypnosis is definitely more, for lack of a better word, more proactive. Um, I would say hypnosis, even though hypnosis is supposed to be a relaxed thing, you don't force anything when it comes to hypnosis. You can't force it. By sheer definition that you're trying to force something, that means there's a counterforce. You know, you want to be able to flow with your hypnosis. Subliminals, if you take a yin yang, yang being more the masculine as far as just more assertive, you can be calmly assertive, right? That's more like hypnosis. And subliminals is more of the yin, where you just play the subliminals and depending on whose subliminal you're playing. But I know our shit's getting fucking results for people, and like I said, I'm my own guinea pig first, you know, and that's actually one of my other, as far as just programming things. I love subliminals because I don't have to sit there and just listen to it. Like, I'm hearing it though. My subconscious mind is hearing it, but I can be doing other shit. I'll even be having shit playing while I'm watching movies or something like that. So like, it all works. It can all work together. Peace out, Miss Jordan. That's why I daydream so much. Yep, definitely. Funny how our teachers tell us to stop. Of course, they say they make you think you're being a fucking slacker. You're being a slacker. You know, I always wondered if dreams is the true reality. Yeah, I've been wondering that too. If this is the fucking dream. The greatest of logical people have seen miracles as skeptics, but until they saw that, they called it coincidences. Yeah. When you start meditation and you start working different things and certain things work better for you than others, you find your strengths through learning. That's right. And also through having your own just experience. Experience is what changes you, because you're going to have an emotion about your experience. You'll probably have an opinion about it, but the act of just experiencing it, it's different than hearing about it, reading about it, seeing it. Because there's a lot of parrots on here, on YouTube land. You know, do I believe in numerology? I do. I mean, I believe. Well, think about it like this, Guitar. Like, if everything can be broken down to frequency, this is scientific talk now. This is not wushu, woo-foo, fairy talk. Okay. If everything emits a frequency, right? Like everything. I'm trying to like look for something, but like everything emits a frequency. Everything. A rock does, this spray bottle does, you know, this piece of paper does. So frequencies can be quantified as the language we use for all that is numbers. And numbers are universal. 4 in Japan is also 4 in Swahili, and it's 4 in, no matter where you go, 4 is 4. You know what I'm saying? 3 is 3. And these numbers hold certain vibrations. Even though, like, for example, we call it 3, right? And in China, they may call it something else. In Spanish, it's tres, and wherever. But 3 is 3, you know what I'm saying? And these numbers they make up everything, basically. Even if we're talking about by way of vibration, there's a fucking mosquito, and he's so lucky. He's so lucky, but he will meet his demise soon. And yeah, so as far as just, there's a lot of aspects about numerology that I find fascinating, and I find them thus far to be rather true. What did you say? Don't retract that shit. It's tree. In the Caribbean, it's tree. He is teaching me. Yeah, he's about to see the frequency of what that means. How would you quantify that? Yeah, there you go. Treat. What if that bug is my spirit guide? Well, I'm actually going to give my spirit guide a do-over because I don't like mosquitoes. And the last thing I want to do is be asleep and then hear that. You know what I'm saying? That is the worst. You're about to evolve. Yeah, I'm about to evolve that spirit guide too. Come back again. Do over. Let me clean this off my hand. There you go. Yeah, I don't like all that shit. You should make a video on entity creation, creating your own pantheon. I got something for that, Love Naka. And I definitely will be coming out with something very soon. Every day is a new guy coming in. Yeah, right? An angel got its wings. There you go. Yeah, I'm cool on that. Sorry, but you picked the wrong one. And you being a spirit guide, you should know better. Come on now. You know your subject that you have to like have to watch over. You know he don't like fucking mosquitoes. You know? I don't do mosquitoes, man. I don't do mosquitoes. I can't do mosquitoes. What are your thoughts about necromancy? Wow. Necromancy? I gotta tell you, man, necromancy some shit. Necromancy can get real heavy. Real heavy if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't understand basic shit, understanding energy, being able to sense different nuances and changes and things, because depending on what you're doing, you want to be sure you know what you're doing with necromancy. But personally, I'm with it. I probably can't connect with my spirit guide because I keep killing spiders. Yeah, I've been having dreams of me being initiated into something for some weeks now. I wonder what that means. Sometimes dreams can be literal, other times they are more, most of the time, they're more symbolic. What do you think that you would get out of being initiated then that you cannot get by yourself or from yourself? But then again, I don't know. It depends on your own personal beliefs about those things. You know, I'm like a rule breaker though. I've always been, and that's not to say that it's always been in my favor. You know what I'm saying? But like for example, you have certain traditions that say don't even try and fuck with these spirits. Don't even try and talk to them. They're not going to talk to you unless you go through us. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to try and see what's going on with this shit. There is this famous female rapper. Yeah. She cooked her dead cat. She dug the cat up and cooked the poor thing. No offense if that's part of her beliefs, but I could. Hey, yeah, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not killing no cats and shit. Well, you were said, yeah, exactly. That I am. Yeah, a lot of people would say that though, Neff. I'm a natural lucid dreamer. The dreams are so weird, and I always decode them. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of disgusting. I didn't know about the cat part. I know that they went into her apartment or something one time, and like she had like a closet that I guess she was like following the traditional by the books of it. I don't know if it was more voodoo or if it was like I don't know what it was that she was doing. But you know, she had the whole fucking closet covered in blood and shit like that. Like she had obviously been making sacrifices there, you know. So yeah, yeah, she sacrificed chickens in her closet. That part. Yeah, but she's really talented. That's what's sad. It her old pet that died years before. That's sad. Yeah. You know, magic is like, man, if you have any type of neuroses shit going on, and then there's questions about that. Who says it's necessarily neuroses? Maybe it is, but maybe it's something else. I don't. Yeah, but she's chickens. Yeah, the chickens. It's all about the chickens. I just had a sad discovery, man. Like, I think I don't know at this stage of my evolution type shit, my body's not fucking with fried chicken anymore. It hurt my feelings so bad. Cause I've been a fried chicken motherfucker for like ever. I eat the fuck out of some chicken, but like I had some fried chicken yesterday, but it was store bought. It was like from the deli. Oh my god, man, that shit did not agree with me whatsoever. And I think the last time I tried to eat fried chicken too was just like, yeah, waste of potential. She's unstable and always coming after her. Yeah, I don't know. Did she choke chickens too? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure most people in the industry are choking some chickens, especially the ones who've been in the industry for a while and been at a certain level for a while. Oh, you best believe they choking some chickens. Yes, I would have to agree with you on that. And that's my last bastion of hope, Nefertiti, but I just really don't be eating too many fried foods anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that was like my shit. Like, you want to win my heart, make sure your fried chicken smacks. Of course, along with the macaroni, but yeah, so I'm like this close to being very sad. You know what I'm saying? This close. But I'm like, wait, there's only one last test. You got to do it right. You got to do some good homemade fried chicken. It's hard to mess up fried chicken. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Limit yourself to 2 chicken strips. It comes with age. I refuse to. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, Adela. Fuck that. Shit. I bet. I bet. What you talking about? Your heart already gone. You got to make a homemade batch. I agree. The consensus is, Shango, you got to make a homemade batch. You got to have some real homemade chicken. Fried chicken. And I like mine's on some drumsticks too. I don't want too many wings and shit like that. Once again, Adela, you sounded like my mom on that shit. She's like, well, the way my mom would say it would like, well, it just kind of comes with age type. Man, fuck that. I even rule this fucking meat suit here. And I'll be damned if you're going to reject some fried motherfucking chicken. Okay? But yeah, I think because I've been eating a certain way for a long time in regards to fried foods, like I think that now that I try and go back to it a little bit, or if I just had it and I ain't had it in like a year or two, my body's like, what the fuck is this? And once again, it was from a deli. So it was like the pre-bought fried chicken. Northern Brown, what's happening? What's good? Yeah. Didn't he just like die like 2 years ago or something? Like, isn't this like an anniversary or some shit? I think, yeah, he passed in 2019 or some shit like that. But yeah. Anyways, dude, what time is it, man? I'm fucking around here. 8:10. Yeah. I can only eat chicken if I make an offering to the ancestors and they want me to eat with them. I don't have the taste buds for it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that too, man. I mean, there's certain things like I can't drink like I used to drink. Like my body has changed a lot, as far as just even because of the shit. Like your body gets used to eating certain things. Now, I'm surprised I'm not diabetic, honestly, Because when I sweet tooth out, like I sweet tooth out, I go fucking ham. I can I can do superhuman shit with chocolate. And shit of that nature. You know what I'm saying? If homemade is rejected, you're frequent. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Shimano 5. That's what I'm thinking. Like if it's that, because I really don't like fucking I don't like fast food. I used to. Even when I was eating more clean, I'd be like, man, on my cheat day, I'm gonna fuck up that Jack in the Box, or I'm gonna fuck up that whatever it is. And now even I'm just like, it just kind of disgusts me a little bit. It don't even it don't even feel like food. It don't even like it's I don't know what this shit is. But yeah, if the homemade one don't get it, and that's kind of my suspicion too. But meat vibrates solo 1111 in Philly. Is that where you at, Melvin Brown? Mr. Melvin Brown? Um, I don't know why. For some reason, I thought you was like in Atlanta somewhere. I don't know why. Or somewhere in that area. Vicinity. I thought you was out there. Yeah, but there's certain things it's just like, man, gotta go. Your body will let you know it's gotta go. This shit's switching up. Then you go through phases where like you don't really sleep a lot. Then you go through phases where all you want to do is fucking sleep. It's like the other world just pulls you in. And it's like you can feel yourself like I'm going one way or another. So I better just lay my ass down, you know? Are there any guys that you can give fried chicken to? Is it all? Any of them. It's your own personal thing. They make it tired, like, you know, you got these Orishas, and it's like after a while, like I'm tired of this fucking okra shit. I want some fried chicken. I want some potato chips. I want this and that. Yeah, of course, there's the ashe and the food and all that, but like, you know, it depends on also your relationship with the entities that you're dealing with. I mean, would you be asking for what's that shit? Whatever it is for fucking 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years? Like, all right, enough's enough. Yeah, I had a cheese pizza, and my body is so mad at me for it. Better drink some chlorophyll tomorrow. Yeah, you know. They want alcohol, sweets, smoke, money. Yeah. I try to eat according to my blood type, but I slip a lot. Yeah. That emotional eating, man. Shit. Yeah, man. It's you'll be surprised what they ask for. You got to keep an open mind. You can't come at it like just because you read about how, like, let's just say, I don't know, Eligua likes XYZ. He like whatever. He might ask you for some motherfucking hot Cheetos. You know? So just go with it. Just go with it, you know? I've had some very strange requests. And then I actually found out, like, yo, I actually like these things. They used to sell them at like the 7-Elevens. It was like these things were like pretzels and peanut butter. And mind you, I never bought that shit. I never fucked with it. But I was going out to do something, and I was fucking getting some offerings. And all of a sudden, I heard the little shit say, I want some of those too. I'm like, all right. Yeah. So, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. I listen. I just like, okay. All right. No problem. Or the ancestors. They may want some. I want to try that shit. What's that? Pizza flavored Lay's? Oh, can I try that? They call combos. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it all depends. It all depends. It all depends. It all depends. Anyways, let me get the hell up out of here, though, because it's that time. But I'm going to drop something a little bit later. And we'll be back. So I'm gonna get up out. Peace to everybody in the chat. And we'll be back. Shit.